Hello. Okay, so I'm coming live. I don't know if Michelle's live on her trip or not, but I'm going ahead and doing something a little different with my watercolor painting. So come along and let's see what's going to happen. On a side note, that this morning Natalie wanted to make some watercolor paints. So I sent her with the instructions to look for something micas or pigments that said, from my soap making days, that said fluorescent or neon for a specific reason. I was, and I tested it. Hello. Let's see. It doesn't tell me who just is watching, but anyway, I made some special paints. One is from Mad Micah's tennis ball, and it glowed under the ultraviolet light. So I'm going to put a little bit of that in here onto my painting down here. Let me move there. It's a little bit of that. I think I got it. Okay. So a little bit of the, I'm going to have to be very careful. This is still wet. So I'm just dipping it in here. And on the tips here, I'm just going to put a little bit of this paint. I think I need to get the tip of the brush wet off camera under sponge. Oh, drip it down the floor. But I just want to get the tip of it right there. And what's going to happen in here, I'm about to show you. Ignore the blue light. Let's see if you can see. Can you see it? I can see it, but I don't know if you can see it. There it goes. Okay, that's my intention to do, is to make these glow a little. Just to get a little bit of glow happening with this watercolor paint. And I'm going to get it to glow right there. I'm kind of not really looking to change how it looks when it's in normal light. Just making it glow a little bit in the light of a ultraviolet flashlight or something like that, where you're not looking at it like normally you would, where you're looking at it from a perspective of ultraviolet light. So I'm just trying to get it to glow some. And looking at it this way, you're not going to see that because I'm kind of hiding it a little bit with the in the similar color. And it hasn't had time. We made it this morning. It hasn't had time. She did get one that said fluorescent that was a pink, and it too glowed. And the next time she wants to make watercolor paints with me, I'm going to send that ultraviolet flashlight with the instructions to only get paints, micas, or pigments that glow with the light. And then I'll have more wider range of ultraviolet light pigments to kind of use to put into the painting. So my idea here is to basically get the painting to glow in the ultraviolet light. So anyway, that's what I thought about doing. Now I have I have paint in one of my containers over here that also glows. That's where I got that idea. It's like it glows orange. And maybe I'll dig that one out too, to highlight the center of this. I want to get some greens that'll glow. But also, this will help any areas where the blue kind of went into the daffodils. So that was my idea. Make these glow. Put a little bit of pink into there too, into the center cup that glows. And when it's diluted with a little bit more paints, it doesn't glow nearly as much. So now that basically is what I wanted to do, is to make this painting glow. And I'm actually using these a little bit, not as much watered down. I might water it down just in a minute. I might water it down. I might just go dip that onto my sponge and then proceed to mix it a little with what I have already on there so that it blends. But also with the idea that I want these to pop in a different way of popping. I saw where somebody used 3 different kinds of paint. That the person doing the painting did it very on purpose, where they used ultraviolet paints that glowed under ultraviolet, paints that glowed in the dark, and regular paints all mixed together. And then you saw with the light turned on, the painting looked one different, and it looked the thing. You turn the light on with the sorry, turning it where I can reach it. You with the light off, after it had been in the light that was where it was lit, the glow in the dark ones showed, and then when that was turned towards an ultraviolet light shining in a different direction, it had another look to it. And it was meticulously planned, and I liked it. That takes a little bit more planning, and I need to make the paints to do that with before I can actually really do that big time. But I just thought about adding a little bit of this tinnish yellow. Tinnish yellow from Mad Micas. It glows under the ultraviolet light. So I'm having fun with that, doing that today. Let's see, I have a comment, or let's see who's online. Jane, hello. I don't see comments, but I see where it says Jane is watching. So basically I'm just trying to do a little tweak to my daffodil that I was working on. It's been a busy week. I had an eye appointment where they were testing my eyes, and on Wednesday, and it was evaluation to see if I needed more shots. The answer is always yes, more shots. So my eyes, after being dilated, were feeling a little painful. This morning when Natalie wanted to make watercolor paints, we didn't video it. She didn't think about videoing it. And I was distracted by her. And she was waiting on her cousins to come. And now that her cousins are here, they're entertaining themselves in the other rooms. Sometimes a little bit loudly, you might hear them. But we're babysitting. We did our grocery shopping yesterday. So we even stopped and got a bigger thing of Bojangles so we can feed them some of the Bojangles chicken, make it easier to fix their lunch. And that worked out pretty good. Get the chicken out and give them some of the chicken, rather than having to do a lot of cooking in that kitchen, because it gets hot in that kitchen. And so anyway, I'm going to look for the orange that glows. I'm going to flash the light on this once I get this yellow put in there. But my goal is to make it glow under ultraviolet light. I thought that would be fun to do.
Okay, you're good. See ya.
And I'm curious to see what other kind of micas will glow under the ultraviolet light. The first time it happened, it was an orange, fluorescent orange, or neon orange. That's why I sent her to look for neon. Not all the ones that say fluorescent actually glow under the ultraviolet light, though. And my niece Josie was just looking at me, wondering, why am I talking to the camera? And then she went back to the other room to play with the other kids. But there was a fluorescent blue. It didn't glow. But the tennis ball did, and another one that said fluorescent glowed. I think it was a fluorescent pink. I have selected some that she brought that we didn't use because she brought too many. That needs to go back. It needs to go back into where the other micas are, and because I don't have room for all the micas in here. They're stored in the den. They've been stored in the den ever since we had the house renovated. I don't have room for them in this room right now. So, I'm getting that on there really good. And I'm especially wanting to get areas where the folds are. It'll give it a nice look to it. And it's hard for me to think of things to say when I'm trying to concentrate on painting at the same time, but I figured I'd do it. It hasn't had enough good light. We've had a lot of storms to work on a puzzle. That puzzle pieces are so tiny. I needed good light. Not cloudy weather, not rainy weather, but good sunlight outside to make the light stronger in here. Mostly because my, macular degeneration makes it harder in lower light situations where we don't have natural light coming into the room. So I'm trying to move this right here to where that I can get to that right there, to this fold here. I think I need to tab that. I had too much on there. I have a sponge here that I'm using up on the table. Now I'm dipping it back in there, but trying to not have too much on it. So that sounds like that's her sister Ella calling for Josie. We have all three today.
Josie?
I don't know. That's Natalie. Natalie is looking for Josie. Are you playing hide and seek or something?
No!
I don't know what they're doing. I don't think she's in the closet.
Josie!
She's not in the closet. I didn't hear a closet door. If you're playing hide and seek, could she have gone outside? Whew. It's going to be a long day. We have them tomorrow, too. That's why we did grocery pickup yesterday. And I get my shots on Wednesday. Rather than just the evaluation day where they dilate your eyes to find out if you need to have the shots. Now, let's see. This one. It looks red. It looks red. I'm just going to do the darker areas with this. Maybe here. I wonder if I have something that's like closer to a white that would glow. I don't know. Titanium dioxide color does not glow. And that one will come in on this other one. Do you see what? Yeah. And just checking to make sure you can see. As I'm using this paint up and it's going to be a little bit lighter, I'm going to dip it back in after I get around it, the lighter areas, because parts of these areas, this cup is really looking directly on it, but part of it is not shaded as much. so you have a different view of the light and darkness. So we're gonna give it a ultraviolet look to it. I like that. I like the effect that this is getting. And I have the orange somewhere in a different palette. So I'm going to get that orange one out. I wish I had like a blue and green that I could do that with the leaves, but maybe not with the leaves. The orange does have an orange glow to it. This red has a pink glow to it. It looks red when you paint with it, but it looks ultraviolet light. It did not have a red look. I think it had more of a pink. When you look at the mica, it looks pink. Have the mica that the container came in looked very pink. So, got those. Gotta come over to this one. On this side, I'm trying not to put my hand in this wet watercolor. That takes a lot of concentration. But unfortunately, I think I'm redefining the edges of the cup on the on this daffodil. But that's okay, because that happens when you paint. Except for sometimes you don't want it to do that much. I'm just going to have to cover that line a little bit. My hands are not always so steady. But anyway, I'm just about done with this tweaking of the daffodil. I was starting to think it was a little bit too dark. So I had already decided I needed to fix the daffodil cups because I felt like it just was too dark. Trying not to get my hand in the wet paint. I don't need it. No, maybe I should turn this around. Oh, I need some yellow on the tip of that. It has no shading. Now I'm trying to clean my brush because I need to come back and lift that paint a little bit. I'll leave that one. But the orange, I do need to go back into the yellow before I get to the orange. This part got missed. Now let's see. Okay. Mini Mighty Mo. I think this is it. Let me take it again. Yep, and that's it. Now, because this one is dry already and I didn't just make it, I do need to get it wet. Put that close to where I can reach it. They're getting excited, a little too excited, huh? You can hear what they're saying sometimes. I'm not putting this on YouTube because of their voices. Or maybe I can. You're not seeing their faces. I might put this on YouTube. I might do that. And I'm wondering what other colors I might have in the den that will glow under the ultraviolet light. I'm also interested in finding watercolor paints that will be glow in the dark. It will. They're getting in trouble with Mamaw. We're getting in trouble with Mamaw. I don't know if they are or just Natalie. Natalie is spending the night. The other girls are not. I wonder what it would glow if I mixed the yellow with the... See how the glow would affect when the glows are all mixed. I wonder if that would make a difference. We shall find out. Because right now I'm only using paints that'll glow until it dries, and then I think I might need to get some of my shadows back into place. So get my shadows back into place. But I'm going to dip my thing into the yellow, and I'm going to get this thing right here in the corner where this is. Put the yellow there. Get some of the orange and make a lighter color. See how that works out on here, this area here where I need it to be lighter, but where I want it to still glow. So I will see if it will glow here in a second. Let's see, where else? Right here, this one needs it. Right there in the center of here. Again, a little bit more of the yellow right there in the very center part. And wipe my brush off and then squeeze over my sponge to clean it out, because this is a water brush. And now I need to get the white. I don't know if I have a good white that'll glow. I shall find that out in the future when I send Natalie to look for some more paints. It's micas to make paints with. I use gum arabic, clove oil, and the mica to mix together and make my paints, and I have taught her how to do that a little bit, so she has enjoyed doing that. I need to dab right there, dab right there, get these. Get these. Swirl it in my white again. I do not know if the mixing with the white will take away the glow effect that was already on the paint on my brush, or if it will make a difference. I don't know that. I'm about to flash the light on it again to see how it looks now. And my pinky is getting stuck. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. What? Well, the white is looking blue. Some white things reflect blue from an ultraviolet light. So the white is actually doing a good little job. Let's see. Clean that off there a little bit. Get some of this glow in the dark orange. Mix it with some of the yellow. And come in this area here. It needed to be a little lighter. To stand out against the white. Oh. Wednesday I get shots in my eyes, and I haven't been doing very many videos lately because of the weather and not feeling well. Sometimes when it goes from being really, really hot or really, really warm to really cold or to really wet, sometimes my body makes me have a headache, or, weather-related headache happens quite a bit with me. And I hear giggling little girls. So what makes you wonder, what are they up to? What are they up to? What are they doing that's making them giggle? Are they cleaning up the room? Are they doing what Mama wanted them to do, or are they making more of a mess? And are they making more of a mess, is what I wonder.
Anybody here?
No. At least, I don't know if anybody's in that room. I'm in my room, making a video. Well, I'm going to go ahead and let this dry and let this clean. And one more last look at the ultraviolet action. I don't know if it shines ultraviolet once it's diluted. If you dilute it, will it show? So let me see. Clean my brush. Dab it to be where it's thin. And I'm going to come into here and see what happens when I get it thinner on that. See if that makes a difference in the shine. If there's a little bit less of a shine. I think there's a little bit of a shine. So just a matter of blending a thinner layer of that. I re-wet it. To get it to look. I wonder if people who are purposely doing ultraviolet paintings with glow-in-the-dark paintings to where that you see 3 different paintings in one, actually paint part of it while it's shining an ultraviolet light on it when they're using the ultraviolet paint. I imagine you would need to have the ultraviolet paint to do its thing. I don't want that to be quite the same shade as that. So I just wonder if they do that. I had to re-wet it again to come in here and drag that paint down. A thinner layer is definitely leaving a glow, but not the same glow. It's not making the same glow. Dispersing it. So I noticed the paper is actually looking purpley where I haven't painted anything at all. The paper's looking purple with this ultraviolet light. But when you shine it on a white, some white objects, it actually looks blue. But this paper is looking purple. Now back to my sponge and that cloth to get this blended down. I do see where you can see the difference in the orange has one ultraviolet look to it, and the other, the red, the pinky has more. The red has more of a pinky ultraviolet look to it. And so I'm trying to make sure I blend it down, but not totally cover, not totally overshadow, undo the shading that I've done. Oh, okay. This here I didn't get done too good. Need to get that. Are there any that I want to keep? That ridge. Okay. Any other ridges not done so well? That's a fold over. This is a fold over. Here's a fold over. Uh-oh. Hello. Now I have an audience. Did you just do... Why did you do that?
Okay, let's go.
You messed my camera angle up. Yeah. It messed my camera angle up. Josie's interested in... Ta-da! What about that?
It looks good.
You can't, when normal light, you can't really see what I've done.
Yeah, you can just like see
It looks very similar to what it was before until you shine a light on it, that's a special light on it. Then you see what I did.
Okay, bye.
Bye. I gathered the attention of my great nieces, apparently. Okay. Maybe I should have held this UV light on this a little sooner when I'm painting this. And I can tell when I have enough of this other colors placed down there to give it a glow. Anyway, look at this effect I'm getting to these daffodils. I think I fascinated my great nieces with doing this to these daffodils. I really fascinated them. A little bit more glow from here. Do I hear Amanda?
No, that's Mama.
Mama? I thought I heard your mommy's voice.
She's talking to Natalie about something.
Natalie getting herself in trouble?
Yes.
Are you guys making sure that you don't make a giant mess in the back bedroom?
Yeah. Natalie said she's not allowed to be on YouTube.
She's not.
No.
I'm not on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. I don't want you to get on. I don't want you to get your picture on this thing. I don't want to get in trouble if I put it on YouTube. But right now I'm live on the Facebook. Okay, I'm turning this off, and I better stop while I'm ahead. So I'm going to go ahead and say bye. Thank you, Jane, for watching. If anybody else was watching, thank you. And if you're watching the replay, just leave a comment below. And if you left a comment just now, it didn't show me any comments. Sometimes it shows me in the comments, and sometimes it don't. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and say bye. So I'm going to end the live. Finish it. Bye now.